everybody, and this is the first official video of Make Me Ramble, and from the video previously you guys sure have made me want to ramble. I'm just at the computer at the moment. I think I'm going to set these up so it's not like the same old frickin' setting each and every time that you see me do one of these. I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to try and do something different. At the moment I'm kind of just looking up some inspiration for some Mechanicus tanks and stuff like that. But what we're going to ramble about first and foremost is what do I want in the from the future of Games Workshop? Like what do I want? And well, I think Games Workshop currently are doing it right. I think I just activated one of my YouTube videos by accident. Oh dear. I think the Games Workshop are doing it right currently. They've kind of stopped focusing on bringing out, loads and loads of stuff. They're bringing out little bits and bobs a bit at a time. And one of the things that I like at the moment is the mini codexes. They are really, really nice. Sorry, I have an inability to type and talk at the same time. I do apologise. Dark Mechanicus tanks. There we go. Let's get Google Images on the go. Hey, so now I can look at some delicious inspiration. I have a dual monitor set up, by the way. If you guys can't see, I'll just turn you around. There we go, dual monitors, just because when I'm editing and things. But anyway, so yeah, I like the fact they're doing the small codexes. Little mini codexes that they're doing at the moment is really, really good. Like the Harlequin's Codex, like the Imperial Knights Codex. That is really, really cool. I would like to see in the future of Games Workshop maybe work some Mechanicus stuff into things. And one of the things, this is me and Mr. Pidge have an argument about this on a regular basis. I strongly think that Games Workshop are going to come out with some kind of Mechanicus stuff, whether it be a small mini codex for Skitarii or something like that, or whatever. Mr. Pidge disagrees completely with this. He's like, no, never going to happen. Forge World already doing Mechanicus stuff. I was like, right, okay, fair enough, but consider this for 1 second. If Forge World are completely new Mechanicus, how come they have avoided everywhere possible to mention the Skitarii? There's nothing. They could have done it so easily by now. They could have released 10 models for 30 quid, boom, Skitarii, different regiments, all that kind of stuff, but they haven't. Now this is because I think Games Workshop is holding on to the rights and all the kind of like information regarding the Skitarii, because I think we're going to see a codex Skitarii, like the Harlequin's Codex. It's going to have a couple of units in it. It's going to be little mini decks just to flesh out units, and that'll be amazing because that'll bring Mechanicus stuff into the 41st millennium, into what games and stuff I play. Because whilst I love the Mechanicus and things like that, it's just a case of I never play 30k games, so I would never get a chance to use my Mechanicus as Mechanicus. I'm having to, at the moment, mix and match out different codexes and stuff, which is alright, I suppose. Ultimately, as well, some things what I'd like to see in the future Games Workshop, I'd like to see that. I would like to see more of a standardisation. I'd really like them to see, to stop the codex creep. The codex creep is ridiculous. Although I am led to believe that Games Workshop now is probably going to stop producing like a new codex for each race every single year. The reason I think that is because they're starting to get the hardback copies and stuff like that, and when they start doing hardbacks and stuff, they tend to stop releasing them as often, which it can only be a good thing. Although it's one of those things like the Chaos Codex, it was really, really strong when it first came out, but considering it's been like 2 editions since the hardback codex came out, they kind of have gone a bit soft. So maybe, I don't know, a White Dwarf chapter approved, if they still do chapter approved anymore, I don't know. I've not bought White Dwarf for many, many years, but something like that would to clarify the rules and to bring the Chaos Codex back in line with the rest of them, because there's some insanely OP codexes out there. I mean, you got fucking Necrons, they're seriously OP. Some of the other Space Marine ones, they're OP as well. It's just, nah, it's just no. Just plain up no. Other things I'd like to see from Games Workshop in the future. I'd like to see them stop fucking changing the names of their bastard paints. There was no need to do that. There was ultimately no need to change the names of all the paints and to get rid of some of the range that they already did. Absolutely no need. It was fucking dumb. I just, you're just like, why Games Workshop? Why you do this? Why? It's so stupid. So I'd like to see them not do that anymore. Other stuff I'd like to see from Games Workshop. I mean, if this is wishful thinking now, this is so wishful thinking, I would like to maybe see them scale down some of their stuff. For example, you got Guardsmen, right? First of all, the scale is all wrong, which is what pisses me off about Games Workshop stuff. I think that the thing is, it can go two ways. But I know if Games Workshop was to do away, this is the way they do it. There's the way that I would do it, which is keep the Space Marines at the current scale that they're at, and downscale the smaller miniatures. So downscale the Imperial Guard to say the size of the Tox Troopers that I just bought. That would be fucking brilliant. And then you could either charge the same amount of money for more, or charge less amount of money for... I've lost my trail of thought. That's really... No, you could charge the same money for double what you get normally, or you could charge the same money and you just get less. So rather than getting 20 guards, whenever it is, you only get 10. But that wouldn't even work. No, that's not right either. Fuck. I really can't think today, guys. I do apologise. I'm getting so confused with what I'm saying. It's really weird. Because normally, I'm doing all this kind of thinking and stuff, like, out, in my mind. And it makes sense in there when I'm trying to convey it out loud. To the medium of the spoken word. It is difficult. But you get the gist of things. However, I know Games Workshop won't do that. If they were to true scale everything up, they would most likely just increase the size of Space Marines and charge triple the amount for them because they're bigger. I mean, think about it. Like a Space Marine now is like, what, about this big? A Guardsman is about the same size. They'd be like, right, well, you want true scale? Here's true scale. No problem at all. Right, so now instead of being whatever it is, like nearly 30 quid for 10 guys, it's going to be 60 quid for 10 guys. They just double the prices. That's pretty much what they do. They'd be doubling the size, so they won't double the prices. Just fucking stupid. Just dumb. Dumb as shit. But I would like to see them bring this true scale stuff down. Bring true scale things into play. I think the easiest way of doing that would be to downscale some of the small units like Guardsmen, possibly even Necrons, Chaos Cultists, so on and so forth. Because then it would make sense that, obviously, the transports then would be right about the right size as well. Albeit they would have to scale up the transport size for, say, a Rhino. That's another thing that really winds me up as well, actually. The fact that the Rhinos and stuff and the transports are just way, way small compared to how many models are supposed to be able to transport. Stupid. What else do I want to see from Games Workshop? Let's have a think. I would love to see a new playable race come out. That would be really good. In regards to, say... I mean, there was rumours years ago that GW were bringing out a new playable race, a faction for the Tau called the Demiurge, which is basically who make all the Tau's weaponry and all the Tau spaceships and stuff like that. But I remember seeing concepts miniatures as well for them. They look legit Games Workshop, they just looked the part. But again, that fucking fell off the back burner because they were too close to... They were very, very small and they were too close to squats. And obviously Games Workshop doesn't fucking like squats. That's what I'd fucking bring back the bastard squats. That'd be amazing. But yeah, I'd like to see a new playable race come through. That'd be really cool. Or maybe just like, I don't know, like a Mercenaries Codex or something. I mean, you could have... You can have Kroot. Kroot are well known in the 41st millennium for being mercenaries. You can elaborate more on the Kroot. You could have like a Kroot Codex or just a Xenos Mercenary Codex. You can have like Kroot as troops. You can have like some Eldar and even Dark Eldar mixed in there. Because Eldar, like Eldar Rangers and stuff, they tend to go AWOL for a little period of their lifespan and become mercenaries and stuff like that. And they can introduce some new stuff. I remember seeing in the 3rd edition rulebook many, many years ago, there was a list of other Xenos races. They could bring back the Hrud, which were freaking cool. When you saw them in the 3rd edition rulebook, that cool picture, obviously, they really did look like Space Skaven because it's just big hood, weird plasma fusel gun like that, and a tail, so they were essentially Space Skaven. And then in Xenology, they made them these really weird aliens with like really like arms that are like... They're just elongated and stuff like that, and they, that disappeared upon death. They just disintegrated and stuff, so that'd be weird because they have to rewrite that. But that'd be cool, just a Xenos book, which had a lot of other Xenos alien races in. I mean, speaking of alien races, they could do an awesome thing if they did do the more mini codexes. Going back to that conversation, Gene Stealer cults would be amazing, absolutely amazing to bring back because they exist in 40k. Why not bring back Gene Stealer cults? It's one of those things that'd be really, really interesting to bring back. Other stuff from Games Workshop. I would love to. Again, this is totally wishful thinking. I would love to see them stop sending out all the fucking cease and desists. That really does take the piss, all the cease and desists that they keep sending out to people. Like, I'd like them to stop bullying Beasts of War. Although, you know, I mean, I just give the middle finger to Games Workshop personally for that. It's just dumb. Why go after somebody that's technically advertising your product for free? It's just fucking stupid. Other stuff I'd like to see from Games Workshop. Honestly, can't think of anything else really. I probably have a million and one things that I'll probably add after this video, but that's mainly what I think at the moment. Let's just have a... Oh, do you know what? Actually, no, something else would be really cool from Games Workshop. I'd love to see a vehicle, you know, or a vehicle creation book. That would be really cool because I remember back in the days of yore. With White Dwarf, there was actual custom vehicle creation section in Chapter Approved, which was really, really cool. You know, it had all the stat lines for all the different weapons. If you had this, you couldn't have that, so you had to be careful what you picked. I think that a custom, just a small supplement, a small book, probably the size of the Imperial Knight Codex, that's only a thin book. I wouldn't even mind paying like 20 odd quid for something like that. Just a small hardback book like that, which had rules in it for vehicle creation. Now think how good that would be for Mechanicus players. It would be amazing for Orc players as well. It would also be amazing. I mean, it'd be amazing for anybody because you could just create your own awesome vehicles. Because the amount of range that the kits have now is just incredible. When you start throwing in all the Forge World stuff like that, it's absolutely bonkers. You know, you can get so much variety in there in regards to like, what the shape of the hull looks like and what weapons and things. That'd be really, really cool. And consequently, I think, like, I don't know, maybe a character creation book would be nice to see as well. Be really nice to see, actually, because you can make your own epic characters. I mean, to be honest, there's nothing stopping us from doing that now, really. It's just that in this capacity, it would be official and it would be GW, and it would also mean that you could see all these crazy-ass conversions going on in the stores, rather than, like, for example, my Mechanicus tank with a big lightning going on the front of it. We're using that as a Vindicator. Oh, I've got a text message apparently. I'm using that as a Vindicator, but it's just, in my mind, it's not a Vindicator. I'd love to make custom rules for it, but you'd see shit like that being played out on the table, and it'd be really good, and it'd get people talking. People would see really crazy-ass conversions and be like, oh my god, what is that? Oh, is that a blah blah blah? No, that's my own custom vehicle. Oh, it's this, it's got this weapon, and then you could make your own fluff for it and things, and it would just be absolutely awesome. And I know a lot of communities out there have been toying with the ideas of doing stuff like that, you know, doing the whole vehicle creation and things, and they have got rules for it and stuff, but you just can't use it in, like, you know, Games Workshop. You can't use it in tournaments and things. I suppose, though, then it does raise the question of, if you were to use it in tournaments, people would just be taking, because of the Unbound rules, people would just take armies of these incredibly OP vehicles. You know, you could have like a fucking Rhino chassis with like a fucking Titan melter cannon on it, and you know, maybe for like 200 points, people just have an army of them. Oh hey, I win. See you later. Goodbye. Fuck you. So I think in solid tournaments it would have to be excluded. But yeah, so that's my 2 cents on the whole what do I want to see from Games Workshop. In regards to, in fact, let's just see what the other bit of the question was. Let's have a look. It wasn't really a question, it was just a whatchamacallit, just a topic that was posted up. Let's have a look. What do I see? Smaller armies. New models for rules we have, but have customized ourselves. I think I've covered pretty much everything really that I wanted to say on that subject. Yeah, like I say, half of it probably won't even come to fruition. The thing that I do think will come to fruition will be the mini codexes. I strongly think they'll do a Mechanicus codex. I really think they'll do that. I really think that they could potentially do a Genestealer Cults one as well. It would be so easy to get some sick miniatures going in. They could bring about like the old fucking guard, the Tyranid Guardsmen, fucking Tyranid Magos and stuff like that, and oh, it'd be amazing. It'd be so good. But yeah, that will probably happen, I think. The other stuff, like the prices and things, that's never going to fucking happen, is it? It's Games Workshop, for fuck's sake, you know. I think that in regards to you know, the creation rules, again, nah, I don't think that'll happen. It's wishful thinking at the end of the day. But yeah, guys, so that's my ramble for the day. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it's been fun to listen to. I hope I've not been too boring, really. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next Make Me Ramble. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, favourite, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to go to the Facebook page, because you'll get little sneak peeks of what I'm doing, and you'll also be one of the first people to find out when I upload a video, because I tend to post those videos, the links on Facebook, so people get notified about it now. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys again. Goodbye.